That is the sound of what service has sounded like for decades. The phone rings, customers are angry because they're calling about an IT problem, of course. Dispatchers are scrambling to pick up the phones, and technicians drown in tickets. But let's talk about where we've started. In 2019, Matt recommended that we launch chat for our end customers, and that was a phenomenal idea. It turned out that was an early napkin. I think Matt still has the napkin, or at least a photo of that napkin. And with the help of our partners, in the last year alone, we've done 865,000 chats with the help of our community, making Thread the largest chat provider in the MSP space worldwide. And our vision was to meet customers where they are, in desktop, Mac, Windows, Slack, and of course, our most popular channel, in Teams, where people are working. And then WBM came along, thank you, WBM, and said, this is all great, but this is becoming a real channel of support, and we have no way of handling real-time communication. So what do? And that's when the first real-time service engine for the MSP space was born, or as you all know it, Inbox. And Inbox is where humans and AI today collaborate to handle issues in real time. In the last year alone, 2 million messages were sent in Inbox to their customers in real-time collaborative format. Just an incredible adoption of the little tool that WBM recommended that we build. And that journey kept going. We've kept building. In 2021, we had flows. We did chat ops for MSPs, of course, Inbox. 22 was our first assistive AI effort, the automated time entry. I was the worst at putting in time entries when I was on the service desk. I had a notepad filled with every single time entry, and I would have to spend extra time at the end of my day to go plug away. That was also the year we stopped competing with Cat Genie, the automated litter box for SEO, and we became Thread. So that was an amazing, amazing year. And we just noticed the assistive AI was just the beginning. And Microsoft saw that we were early to market, and we launched AutoPry, AutoCat, Ask Magic, Recap. 2024, the age of the agent. We launched Triage Agent, Reminder Agent, and this year, approvals, views and insights, and one of our biggest upgrades to the Teams chat experience, Teams group chats. Finally, because Microsoft couldn't do the threading, we had to do it for them. And what this led to is, in the last year, we've done 15 million actions on tickets. Death to the ticket. We've been able and that led to 125,000 hours saved across our MSP community in that same year. And you guys, again, have helped us become now the largest AI provider for MSPs. We're doing over 5 billion tokens per month to be able to extract value and boring, mundane ticket management tasks so you can focus on what you do best, provide incredible service, and empower people to get back to work. Now, before we talk about what's next, let's start. Where did it all start? What's going on here? How did we end up in this situation? So we'll go way back. When the telegraph was first invented, it was supposed to revolutionize productivity. Every desk was going to have it, and you would be able to use the telegraph to send messages. Nobody used it. Nobody could figure it out. But that's okay, because then came out the telephone. And boy, did people love it. They were able to just pick up the phone and talk. And they're still talking. Now, a fun fact is the first service desk, modern service desk that we know of, were created in 1890s with the advent of the phone. Until then, you actually had to walk physically to a service desk to get service. But with the phone was invented the modern service desk. And we are still operating modern service desks with tickets, call queues, and routing. Now, wouldn't we want to make this better? And we did. We figured out that instead of 2 wires, we can route 6 wires together and invent the internet. And with the internet came email and chat. And these newer forms of communication, while they've been increasing, people just can't get off the phone. What's going on? Even though it's become the most expensive way to provide support relative to email to chat, they still pick up and call. Now, some things haven't changed since those modern service desks came up. There's 3 things that every phone-powered service desk needs. It needs a contact center solution. You have to route it because you have many people. So how do you do that? Then you realize, I can't just keep hiring people and picking up these phone calls. Okay, so let me start outsourcing. Let me start offshoring and finding call centers to handle the increasing number of phone calls. But also, we need to record this somewhere. If you call back, how do we know what's going on? Thank you, Ticket. You're still around. But none of these things could talk to one another. Now, today in the industry, 40% of service requests are delivered by phone. 40%. And when we launched chat, we knew AI was going to be part of it because there was chat bots. And so with our success, with your help in building the largest conversational data set, we figured out that we could get the LLM to do what we wanted to. And then we said, all right, well, let's try this on email. How does this work? And it works incredibly. So 2 of the 3 channels, we've been able to make service magic. But what if there was a different way to handle phone and the service desk? What about a world where people are actually empowered to do their best work? The people that are calling our service desks, they're not NPCs in a video game that call you for an IT request, and it's our quest to finish as many of these things. These are doctors, these are dentists, accountants, lawyers, restaurateurs. These are real people that have their passions. Just as we are passionate about technology, they are trying to do their life's work. But they can't because they need technology to do that work. And it is our job to empower them. And when we do that, we become the trusted technology partner for those businesses. And so,
Hi, AI Service Unleashed Conference. Nice to meet you. I'm Threads Voice AI, and I can't wait to provide an amazing service to your customers.
Introducing Voice AI, the largest leap for IT service providers in the last 35 years. Today, we are very, very happy to announce Voice AI. With Voice AI, we are announcing 2 new agents. First, the AI Attendant. The AI Attendant is a replacement for the IVRs we all know and love. Press 1 for sales, press 2 for support, press 3 for financial disputes, but please pay your invoice. And I'll still never figure out why support is always option 2, but not option 1, even though the majority of the calls happen there. Our AI Attendant can replace or augment your IVR system. It has the ability to be as dumb or as smart as you want it. But what it does is it's able to pick up the phone, it's able to map the contact, it's able to create the ticket, do a warm transfer to a technician, assign it automatically to the technician, connect the end user to the technician, and transcribe the whole call. What we see is on a 30 to 40 minute call, there's 10 minutes of ticket management on every call, whether that's a dispatcher that has to create the ticket in the beginning of the process and find someone that can take it, whether that's a technician afterwards having to go and manually put in all of that data back into the ticket. We have not been mining our phone calls at all. At best, you're maybe spot checking some calls, a certain percentage. None of that information is getting stored anywhere. But what happens if no one's available to pick up the call? Introducing Agent 2, the Overflow agent. If no one's available to pick up the call, for example, after hours, the Overflow agent can now take it a step further and ask some more questions. And it's able to get more information out. It's able to auto-prioritize, auto-categorize, and if it's a P1 issue, you have a network outage, and you want to make sure it's taken care of before the next day, it will say it's a P1 issue. It'll go and message you in Teams and your on-call team, and it'll let you know that you have a P1 issue that needs assistance right now. This is incredible. What we've heard from our partners again and again, we can't send them to voicemail. We have to get a contact center or outsource it because we need to know if it's a P1 or not. That outsourced service desk rarely has access to your PSAs. They can't do anything. They can't create a ticket most of the time. And today, we are changing that. Now, I know Mark Zuckerberg, had a fun time demoing, but let's see if I keep up the legacy. So, I'm going to go ahead, and I'm Buzz Lightyear, and I'll be calling the service desk.
Please select an option from the following menu. For sales, press 1. For support, press 2. For finance, press 3. You chose support. Connecting you now, please hold. Hello, Buzz Lightyear. Welcome to Super Successful MSP Service Desk. I'm your AI agent here to assist you by taking a message for our support team. Please describe the issue you're experiencing briefly so we can capture it for you.
Yeah, I'm unable to access my shared drive from the ISS.
I'm creating a support ticket for your issue. This will be ready shortly. The issue has been successfully logged. The ticket number is 7360. Forwarding the call to a technician for further assistance.
And now it calls that service desk. The number is calling your existing service desk call, so your call queues, and it's waiting for someone to pick up. Now you can see the call is in progress. That attendant is now waiting for someone to pick up. And it's going to be Mark Alive, who's really Bobby, Jacob's presenting to me. And it's giving the technician a little bit of information about what the issue is, and it's asking for his name. Yes, yeah, I got my last name right. Woo! And what it's doing, it's now assigning me directly to that ticket.
Hey, Buzz, this is Mark. I understand you're having a shared drive issue on the space station. Is that right?
That's right, Mark. Just give me a minute before we keep going with this troubleshooting. So what you're able to see here...
All right, take all the time you need.
Take all the time you need. Yeah, I can read that. Wow, awesome. So this is transcribing a call between the contact and the technician. It automatically assigned the technician to the ticket. It moved the status to in progress, and it started my time entry. Now, as a technician, introducing service intelligence. We are now able to learn from your service requests. Our agents, while they've grown in complexity and capabilities, every time was like a new time. It was like talking to a new tech every single time. With service intelligence, we are launching Knowledge Agent and Memory Agent. With every request, it's able to learn about the issue, create a knowledge article that it's able to then use in future times. It's also able to share that knowledge with the technician. Our memory agent learns about the contact. What if, and everyone knows this, there's always a CEO or a VIP that has their favorite technician, and they're going to call that tech because the tech knows them, and they're going to get them set up the right way, just the way they like it. With memory, we're now able to learn about every individual contact. And that information is being shared. So you can see, based on the request, it's able to pick up the device that I'm using, the operating system. It can see and recommend that you probably need a VPN if you want to access your shared drive from ISS, unless you brought your Windows server up there, but likely you didn't. It's also able to recommend resolutions and even provide a recommended response. Let's not leave Mark on the phone, huh? Hey, sorry, I had a little emergency here. Are you still with me, Mark?
I am. And hey, Buzz, I remember last time you had a shared drive issue, it was the VPN. Are you using your VPN right now?
Oh, I completely forgot. Can you remind me, what was the name of that VPN client?
Yeah, it's Global Protect. So why don't you give the Global Protect client VPN a try and let me know if that works.
Pretend to try. Oh, wow, that fixed it. I'm able to access my shared drive.
Awesome. Glad we were able to get you going. Go get them, Buzz.
Thanks, Mark. All of this. Take that, Mark Zuckerberg. All of that was being transcribed in real time. And even if Mark, in this case, Bobby, didn't know the contact, by using the service intelligence layer, he was able to quickly resolve my issue and remind me of something I forgot. I have to use the VPN. And which type of VPN do I have? Are you on a Palo Alto? Are you on a SonicWall? Are you Cisco? It knew. And that knowledge about the resolution is shared across the company. Now, you can see once we finished the conversation, the call ended, the timer stopped, and it wrote my time entry. I hated writing time entry, guys. I'm not kidding. It was a really bad experience. And now it's able to write that for you. All I do is click save. I'm done. I just finished. That's it. This is going to be massively impactful, both for your end customers to get incredible service delivered to them, and for your technicians to be able to actually focus on what they want to do. They want to fix issues. They don't want to manage tickets. What we're seeing, again, is that 10 minutes on a 30 to 40-minute call of additional work per call. So now, if a technician was able to take 8 to 12 calls, we believe that you'll be able to bring that number up to 14 to 20 calls per day, because you're not fiddling around with tickets. And you're not trying to figure out what VPN are they using? How's their shared drive? What's going on? It's truly service magic. Now, for our next part, I'd like to invite up Christoph Orts, our head of design.
Hello, hey ISU. I'm really excited to be here. I came all the way from Belgium just to be with you guys here today. And at Thread, we've always believed that great software should feel like magic. When I started at Threads, I was the first full-time hire. Actually, this is a little known fact, but I started as the head of design as the first full-time hire. And from the very beginning, my vision has been to make our products easy to use and easy to set up. And today with voice, that's no different. That vision continues. We're not just adding a new channel, we're crafting the most helpful and most magical service experience that you can enable for your clients. And we spared no expense to do this. The best experience doesn't happen by accident. They're designed. Every moment is designed using the best-in-class tools. Our product design and engineering teams have worked hand in hand to make voice feel fast and natural. As you could hear in the demo, we're using LiveKit for low latency and Cartesia for that human-like pacing that you hear. You can really hear the ums, you can hear the breathing in between, and even things like typing sounds and background sounds will make it really come to life. On top of that, we have Threads real-time service and service intelligence to bring it all to life. We're using the best-in-class tools and obsessing over every detail so your customers never feel like they're talking to a bot. But we could not have done this alone. Nothing is made great alone. It was co-designed with 12 incredible MSPs. They've met with us weekly. They gave us all of the feedback, the good and the bad, and they really helped us shape this product. I just want to take a moment right now to really thank those partners. Please. Voice would not be what it is today without your insight, your feedback, and your belief into what we're doing and building together. So, to summarize, we've put a lot of work into crafting this voice experience. We're using the best tools. We're working very closely with the best MSPs, and we really can't wait for you all to try it out. Back to you, Mark.
Thanks so much, Christoph. We too couldn't have done it without you. So really appreciate all the hard work that our team has put in here. When we set out to build this solution, we didn't want, I have to say it, to build yet another point solution, because we have plenty of those, as we all know. We wanted to build a whole solution. With our solution, there's over 30 different features that are going to be available at launch. You're able to create a voice agent for every experience you want to design. You have your main help desk number. You have your super large, profitable customer that wants you to pick up as if you're them. And we love the margins on that, so we'll do it. Don't worry. You have pods, because pods give you additional leverage in having to train less people on less environments or even create vertically specific pods. We're able to support all of that. On top of that, we have real-time transcriptions, intelligent contact mapping, warm transfers, feedback system where you can get feedback on the AI. The two most important parts is that our voice solution, day one, will work with any phone system. All you have to do is redirect your number to a number that we give you. That agent can then reach out back into your phone system to call your call queues. Day one, it will work with any phone system. And that is something we tried really hard to make work right. Now, let's talk about Magic. And for Magic, I'd like to invite our senior product manager of Magic, Amin, if you know what I mean. What's up, bro?
Hello, everyone. All right. So, good afternoon, everyone, and thanks a lot for coming. I'm Amin, Senior Product Manager at Thread. Some of you know me already, and I'm very happy to be here today. We're going to discuss magic a little bit. I'm usually the guy that brings the good news in the ISU call on Thursday. Today, I'm bringing the real good news. So at Thread, our mission has always been the same. We want to save technicians time. We want to help MSPs scale and make service delivery smarter with AI. So let's start a little bit at the beginning. We had Magic 1 coming up. We introduced features that changed the way that technicians work. We had auto-pry, we had auto-categorization, magic title, magic recap. All those features are very popular here. Magic 1 still saving hours every single day for MSPs all around the world. And not that far ago, I think earlier this year, with Magic 2, we launched Triage Agent and Reminder Agent. We entered a new era a little bit, which is the agentic era. Those two features saved even way more time for technicians, carrying conversations, and even resolving some of them from start to finish. So Magic 1 and 2 are all powered by AI and created a little bit of a new movement in the MSP world, the AI Service Unleashed. And today, there is a massive milestone that we're hitting today. We're introducing the next key layer of our AI stack, which is Magic 3, Service Intelligence. We're very proud of this one. So Service Intelligence is composed by multiple features. Mark was presenting a few of them. I'm just going to go a little bit deeper. I'm going to start with our popular Triage Agent 2.0. This is the most human-like and most effective triage agent experience we ever built. This uses our new framework, which is the issue identification framework. It will ask laser-focused questions, and it will capture the most critical information. The second one is the AI-generated knowledge. So we will be automatically creating and updating client-based knowledge articles built directly from your thread history and time entries. No more manual updates, no more outdated docs. This is huge. But this is my favorite. It's contact memory. So from now on, every contact has a living memory. It automatically creates and updates each time they reach out to you. So it remembers their devices, their setup, their habits, even how many times they work from home. Some of our beta partners that are here, I can see them from here, they told me it's scary good.
A little louder for our folks that are sitting in place.
Yeah. How does it even know the mouse that I'm using? So this is something you will find only at Thread. And by the way, memory is available for everyone starting now. You have it. All right. So here are we. Magic 1 saved time, Magic 2 automated conversations, and now Magic 3 brings service intelligence. So the AI that remembers, that learns, that delivers like never before. All right. Thank you. Back to Mark.
Thanks, Amin. The Magic team has also been hard at work. Louis here, our team lead on the Magic team. Be careful, you might get slammed with a lot of people chasing after you, but thank you so much, Magic team. Just to take a step back and what we've learned through this, because we have been on the bleeding edge, we are watching all of this, and what we've learned is that the use cases you all are doing with our triage agent, with our reminder agent, has been things that we didn't even think of when we first set out. And the context windows have been expanding and expanding. The tool sets that those agents needed to carry were just getting bigger and bigger, ultimately harming the accuracy of what's possible. With Magic 3, we're introducing a multi-agent architecture. We're breaking down agents into smaller, more targeted agents. The way we envision the future is you will have a digital workforce. You will have multiple agents working alongside your dispatchers, your technicians that are helping you to triage, to automate with our great partners, Pia, Roost, LionGuard, that can understand that intent. Dispatcher agent is also on our roadmap. We will have a session to talk more about the roadmap of the various agents and the exciting 2 new agents, the memory and knowledge agents. We believe this is a fundamental upgrade to the architecture of the leading AI solution for MSPs. Now, what this does, if you think about the two things we've announced today, voice and service intelligence. With voice, we finally complete the picture. The 40% that has not been transcribed, brought in, and automated. And with that, when you connect that with the service intelligence layer, all of those incredible insights that are happening on phone calls, it's committing to memory. It's learning from every single phone call. This is insane. The feedback that we've gotten from some of our early beta partners, how does it know what mouse the user is using? How does it figure that out? And it's because it is reflective. Ultimately, there's 2 sides. We want you all to be able to provide the best customer experience to your customers. And in doing so, they will love you. They will stay with you. And if we lose customers, it doesn't matter how many you add because you have a leaky bucket. At the same time, we want to improve your service gross margins. We want you guys to have the best in class contact to technician ratios. That will give you an incredibly profitable business. We believe the future are well-paid employees that do meaningful work, but are able to get tremendous leverage with this digital workforce. Now, but what does it cost, right? Guess that's a good question. So what we see is that contact center solutions, and when Matt and I were at the MSP, man, we were trying to implement NICE, which is probably the only nice thing about implementing that. Very expensive contact center solution, between $50 to $100 per person per month. And if you're on Salesforce or HubSpot, that's great. But we're not on Salesforce for tickets because we are the MSP industry. We use PSAs in order to build. So there's no connectivity there. We've heard from partners that the amount of money being spent on outsourced call centers is incredible. We're seeing people spending $2,000 to $10,000 a month to be able to handle overflow calls, after-hour calls, because they cannot afford to miss a P1. They do not want to lose their customers. And finally, we've said this before, there's 10 minutes of ticket management work per 30 to 40-minute phone call. We estimate that there's about $1,000 per technician per month of wasted labor. Truly, labor that is a tax on providing the service that we originally set out to. So when we think about this, we want you all to be able to get rid of these expenses. And we're launching this at $15 per month per customer. Our goal, and Christoph said it, we've spared no expense. We're using best-in-class tools. What we want you all to do is to standardize on your service delivery. If you automate half of something, you can't move that dispatcher to actually be a tier 1, to get on the quick fix team. You cannot free up your staff to actually realize those gains on your P&L, to actually feel it at the end of the year or at the end of the quarter when you're trying to meet your EBITDA goals. And so we're actually, for anyone before January 1, we're offering it at $13 per customer per month. Voice AI will be generally available January 1, 2026. For our partners here and our existing partners, early access will be available. There are limited seats, but it will be available. Voice AI does require AI Pro because of its agentic underlying infrastructure. And finally, Service Intelligence is free for AI Pro subscribers. You are getting the Service Intelligence layer at no additional cost. And for everyone here, Amin said it earlier, memory is available to everyone here today. I want to wrap up with something that Will from Integratech said. I loved it so much at the time, I just never realized how much I would use it over the course of the next 6 months. We are first a service business, and our service business happens to specialize in IT. We understand that the service game is about humans. Our goal is not to get your customers stuck in a Chipotle bot loop where they can never get an agent. I will tell you guys how I got out of that loop. It's hilarious. Our goal is to use AI to make service more human. This is so important. When we design this experience, you have the ability to control how much AI you want your customers to interact with. If you don't want it to ask questions, no problem. You may have lawyers that are going to be freaked out by it. And it can be as dumb as an IVR solution, but still create the ticket, still map, still connect the technician. And we recognize that while we can't control how our customers adopt technology, we can encourage our teams to be more productive. And with that, we're able to make the service more human. We are not trying to replace the humans. We want to empower the humans to do their best work. And this is the future of intelligent service delivery. This is what we believe the future of MSPs look like. It's incredible, talented employees that have leverage with digital workforce. It's customers that don't need to interact with that much AI to get a tremendous experience where every customer is treated like they're answered by someone that's worked with them every day because they remember things about them. They actually remember. Well, actually, the AI remembers and reminds the technician. And that's okay because we can encourage our teams to transform. I do want to end our keynote here with a special thanks to all of our threadies. We couldn't have done it without the incredible team that's been working nonstop to do that. It is just as we want to empower all of you to do your best work, our employees are incredible, and they've empowered us in tremendous ways. So thank you so much, threadies, for your hard work. Also, special thanks for wearing all the weird jumpsuits and costumes that we make you wear at all the conferences. Thank you so much. We appreciate everyone's time and looking forward to talking more about this in the coming days. Thank you all.